Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Fantasy Rugby. My name is Jared Dyke.
I'm Ben Glauser.
Here we go, fantasy time. Yeah, good times, great oldies. No, wait, that's not it.
No,
Just great fantasy.
mediocre oldies.
Yeah, sometimes. Yep. Sometimes
On our best days.
No. I'm popping one of these. All right. So we got a few things on Fantasy Corner. Damn it. I was hoping to avoid that one. Let's have a quickie glance over at Champi-Yanks League TRM. Little bit of movement. Top three unchanged. Duncan 1, Ben 2, Carrick 3. Some other assholes now at 4 though.
Yeah, and Carrick better watch his butt. You're like 40 points away from him. So 41 points. Yeah.
Yeah. Justin is in 5th. Anton is still in 6th, and Mark's in 7th. And poor George is still in 8th. Sorry, buddy.
But George is doing well. He's been dropping. Okay, let's do our weekly George update. No, his team is quite respectable. I mean, he dropped 40 points again, but
hopefully it's a manageable team going forward.
But it's a great team going forward. It looks like, I mean, because Fafita kind of fucked him, as he did everybody.
Yeah, thankfully I had somebody to replace him with, but man, other than that,
I was mad because I would have rather had Kenningham in there than Clark. Those were my two guys on my bench, so Clark went in for me instead, and
gotcha.
But yeah, he's got Jean-Luc Dupria there, Clark, Simmons, Kenningham, unfortunately now. But he had Mitchell and Smith, and Malin's in there. Malin's Green had a shit of a day. Don't
expect that every week.
But yeah, don't expect that out of Green every week. Like, he's got his team is well structured now. So I look forward to see what it can do going forward.
Cool.
There's your fantasy rugby geek.
There's your geek update.
Team update.
There's your geek update. Yeah. So it's unfortunately the way it played out this week is the top half all got above 400. The current top half and the bottom half all got below 400. So
yeah,
I guess that's probably why they're split the way they are at the moment. But hey, c'est la vie. That happens.
Freaking. Income inequality, right? Of points inequality. We're seeing it
a little bit. Shit. Over to Division 2. Nothing. Zero movement. Franco, Kobus, John, Terry, Lianu, Bob, Yuri, and Larry. Larry's doing way worse than George even is. So if you want to poop on somebody, that's probably the one to poop on.
I can't see his team. So
I can tell you it's not great.
Oh.
He scored 300 this past week, so and he ate 40 points.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah,
that's harsh. Sorry, bud.
He's playing the likes of Seville and Hatherell and Matt
How does
Scott.
that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, sir. I mean, Matt Scott usually scores pretty well, but
there's still other options. Sam Spank.
Oh, what? Okay, we need an intervention there.
Yeah, had 4 donuts on his bench.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, that hurts.
Maybe he, like I do. I was kind of fucked because I have several exiles and key exiles. So I had to I ended up Montoya this week. Montoya's this week, which is not bad. I'm not complaining. But yeah, missing Creevy, missing Hoskins, Hassel Collins, and Benhard Jens van Rensburg and Ben White have been so clutch for my bench. They've just been, I put them on my bench and I haven't even thought about them. So if you have too many of them, I had to make some rejigging over there. This was a bad week for me. So I'm happy I came out of it. But if you had those, if you had those problems plus other structural problems, real bad. If you're leaning heavily on the Irish this week, was not good for you.
No, it was less than ideal. Less than ideal for a lot of people. FRW. Anton beat Carrick. Duncan beat Justin rather handily. George beat Mark, and then I owe Ben $1 because we were actually pretty close going into the final day onto Sunday, and Ben just blew the doors off me. That happens.
Yeah,
that'll happen. I am just awful in that competition. Let's just face it. It is not going well. It is not going well at all.
No, and that was with Cordero getting pulled off early. I was not happy about that.
Yeah, no, just not good for me. The halfway point of the premiership means it's also the halfway point of TRM fantasy. So here's the thing. I was able to cobble together the team of the halfway point so far, 1 to 23, based on just points, not worrying about budget, because let's face it, we tried that once and it was fucking very difficult. I don't think TRM does the budget on the team of the week, so why the fuck would I do it for this?
No, they don't.
So there you go. So
although did you work out the numbers to see what the budget would be to have if you how much?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure we can do it later, and I'm sure it would be I'm sure we can look back at our original price and hope that you bought them all at once.
Right. Oh, yeah. Or if you invested well. I'm really pissed right now about how the I've had people lose a shit ton out of nowhere. Like Ollie Hassel-Collins, I bought him at $279 the other week. He's $250 now. What the fuck?
I know that. I know because I've been eyeballing him.
Yeah, I'm very annoyed by this.
I've noticed. Yeah.
Creevy went down, same thing, from 297 to 275. What the fuck?
Right.
Like these guys should be not going down.
It's only gonna help me because I'm trying to acquire some of these guys. So
yeah, Fafita was up to 300, and suddenly,
he's gonna bottom out, unfortunately.
Right.
So you either have to ride him out, or you just live with the fact that you gotta ditch him.
Right.
Anyway, so far the team of the year is our props are Ellis Genge and Mako Vanapola.
Okay.
Hooker. Any guesses as to who the hooker is?
Oh, it's one of the two that I have. I'm gonna guess it's no.
No, it is not. It is our old friend Jack Singleton.
Singleton, that's right. He's been fucking ridiculous the last couple of weeks.
He has 300 points.
He's been blowing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
So the back five looks like this. Via Fafita, Freddie Clark, Nick Asikwe, Ben Earl, and Tom Willis. And remember, this is purely on points, total points. This is not any averages or anything like that. This is purely on who has the most. So that's all it is.
Which is crazy because I had at one point all of them.
I still have all of them.
And I have Itoje in for Asikwe.
So we'll get to that event in a minute because some of these guys are on the bench too. The 9 is Alex Mitchell. The 10 is George Ford. Okay. The centers. Here's the thing about the centers. Alex Lazowski is one of the highest scoring centers.
Yes.
But that's the kicking points. Yeah. And you can only pick one kicker. So assuming we're picking Ford as our kicker.
Right.
Lazowski goes from loose math from 282 with just his kicks at goal points down to 171.
Right.
So kind of drops him down a little bit, just a wee bit. So that there's that. So that kind of takes him out of the center conversation for that idea because you're obviously not going to, like I said, we can't have two kickers. It's not like the Six Nations official game.
Here. Oh wait. No.
Well,
never mind. Go on.
Yeah, because the Six Nations official game, you don't have to pick a kicker, so it's not quite like that, unfortunately. So with that, the centers are Andre Esterhazen and Francois Venter.
Yes, Venter's been ridiculous.
He's been quite good. Outside three are Hassel-Collins, Max Malins, and Tyrone Green.
Yep.
And then for your bench spots, you're looking at Gus Creevy as the backup hooker. Your backup prop is Ollie Hoskins. No shock there. Your backup second rows and back row are Elliot Stuke and Maro Itoje. Your backup halfbacks are Danny Kerr and actually another scrum half, Jack Monder. And then your backup center / wing is Caden Murley, and your backup wing / fullback is George Furbank. Because even with the few points he's kicked, he's still at 210.
Damn.
So yeah, so he's got it done mostly with his other skill sets.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. That's it. Jimmy Gopperth was also in the conversation, but again, just kicking points.
Yeah.
He went from 223 down to 170 odd. So
yeah,
yep. Sorry, can only have 1K on the field. If you use Jimmy, you're not too bad off, but no. no. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that's the team of the week. I listed a lot of players that you and I have both either had or had at one point. So I don't have Ford anymore, but I did have him for a little while.
I had him for a while too. Now I have McGinty and Marcus, of course.
Yeah.
I still have James Grayson. I gotta get rid of him.
That's one of those hard ones to get rid of because he's too damn
But like
cheap.
at the same time, I might want to keep him around for Six Nations.
Six Nations might be the time to not get rid of him.
Right. And that's like we're like now. So I have like 1 week left. I might as well hold on to him for a couple more weeks.
Right.
But not like I'm losing AJ, but it might be nice to have him on my bench.
Yeah, truth. Yeah, we'll see what I have to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do for a backup 10 when Smith's gone. Do. All right. So this weekend we're obviously nudging back into Super Brew and Champions Cup. So we're gonna do like we did last time. We're gonna do a little this or that, and then we'll see what kind of time we got left, and then we'll do pick 'em. All right. So you got your Champions Cup max fixtures pulled up there, big guy.
Kind of, yeah.
Get that up so you can make some semi-educated guesses here.
It's going to take a little bit as I go back and forth between the standing. I guess I got to figure out who the hell is playing, like who's got their team playing and who's just
playing for nothing.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming out, having a run.
Right. Okay, so well, I know a few of the teams that are on the bottom and probably not giving a shit no more. So
right.
We got props. We could have Cyril Bai or Slimani.
I mean, I like Bai, and I'm not which teams are we on here?
Toulouse and Claremont.
Okay, well, Claremont I don't think is going to be where are they?
They might not be shipping anybody into this competition anymore.
Exactly. So
we'll see how that goes.
Right. So I might stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They have 3 points and because they got a draw. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Nope, probably not. Xander Fagerson or Dave Kilcoyne, Glasgow and Munster.
And that's actually a very good question because Glasgow and Munster are both. Wait, where's Munster? I just had them. There's Glasgow.
Glasgow's in 6th in their pool.
Munster's up there. Okay, so they're
Munster's
both. Munster's in right.
2nd, yeah.
Well, tied for first. Oh, well, aside from the whatever tiebreakers, and then Glasgow are playing Exeter, who may be fucking about because they really need to focus on the Prem, and they're at 5 points. Yeah, who knows how hard, this could go either way.
Munster have Cast who. I think it's so silly how like Cast and Montpellier are like, oh, this is a punishment for doing well. I'm like, no, that your cohorts over in Toulouse would argue otherwise. Toulon as well, even though they're not in this one. But like, come on,
right?
Really?
Obviously, I'm going to go with the Munsterman there.
Yeah, there you go. 2 hooks. Oh, here we go. 2 Irish ones again. Rob Herring or Ronan Kelleher, Ulster and Leinster.
Well, Leinster, yeah, are certainly they at 5. They got they got a loss apparently, unless that they're changing that to a draw.
No, they were told they have to eat that as a loss, which is stupid.
And who are they playing? So
they got to play. They have Montpellier. Montpellier has a supposedly might have some COVID problems, so we'll see.
And they're away. They're traveling. So, yeah, not really thinking that's too much. Like that's a pretty solid matchup there if the game is played.
Yeah.
And then Ulster.
They're at Northampton.
Oh, which Northampton are probably just packing it in at this point because they definitely need to sort their shit out in the Prem. So, yeah, gonna go with the Ulsterman.
Okay. Couple English ones, or
Kelleher?
at least, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kelleher. A couple of English based ones. Ewan Ashman or Nick Dolly?
I am guessing. Ooh, who's going to play though? That's the question. Is if Nick Dolly is playing. Sale.
Sale are
they're
at Claremont.
At Claremont.
Leicester go to Connacht.
Although Claremont might not be going for it. They're only at 3 points.
Right.
Although there's they might throw one last shot at it, but still Sailor kind of dicks, and I like Ashman. He only does to score tries, and that's big for this comp.
Ashman it is. All right. Jump over to the tall guys, second rows. We have Ty Byrne, or I mean that's basically it. Or Richie
Ty
Gray.
Byrne. No, Ty Byrne.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always Byrne all day. The guy's on another level.
Right. No, I agree. Ian Henderson or Johnny Gray?
Ian Henderson.
Okay. One that's a little further down the list here.
And Johnny Gray had a hat trick the other week. That's like never happening again.
Right. Byrne or Henderson? There we go. That's a good one.
That's a fuck you. Is what that
yeah,
is.
Right. With Will Skelton still sitting out there too. So
I know. I'm going Byrne. I love Henderson. I want both. I think I have both. I think I'll keep both.
Yeah.
But if I had to, gun to my head one of them, I'm taking Byrne.
Thankfully, Super Brew were very generous with their transfer budget. They gave 14, which was nice. So I'm basically gonna get my team that I had back with the exception of a little bit here and there.
Right.
Let's see. Back rows. Okay. I like this. Nick Timoni from Ulster or Wescliffe Lore from Rossing.
Who are Rossing playing? Ospreys.
I don't know if it's La Défense or if it's in Wales.
It's in Wales.
Okay. Yeah, they're showing they can travel.
They have. Yeah, no, I'm going with Rossing on that one. Who was that? Who'd you have? I can't remember the name. Lore, yeah. Oh,
yep.
Yeah, he's been huge. He's been amazing.
Yep. Scored that hat trick against Saints.
Yeah.
Matt Fagerson from Glasgow or Jasper Wiese from Leicester?
Well, is Wiese playing?
He, I believe this is 2 weeks. So yes.
Okay.
Should be free to play. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want either of them, but I'm guessing I'm going to go Fagerson. Well, he might get a card too. Then I'm going to go Wiese at that point. If it's like, they're kind of okay, Wiese.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. All right, let's move on to scrum halves. Assuming he's out of the yeah, I say assuming he's out of the question.
He's not.
Well, I mean, because most people will pick him. He's got 53%. Like, yes, right. I know. Gibson Park or Care?
Oof. Okay, who are they playing? So Quins
playing Munster or Montpellier, excuse me, and Quins have Cardiff in Wales. Or no, they're in Wales. That's a lie.
Care.
That might be a better Cardiff team than we've seen though, because they won't be so hampered by fucking COVID.
Yeah, but at this point with 0 points, I guess do they have? I mean, their season is still going on, right? So they might want to focus on URC at this point. They have 0 points and they're playing Harlequins.
Right. So they may just dial
it might just
down.
be like, you know what, you're good.
Yep. All right. So let's assume that you make either one of these guys your kicker. John Cooney or Maxime Machinot from Rossing.
I think Rossing are going to score quite a few points.
Mm-hmm.
Cooney, did I make him my kicker last time? I may have, and it fucked me. So yeah, I'm not going to use. I'm once bitten, twice shy on that. So I'm not picking him.
Fair enough. All right, one more for scrum half. Ali Price or Ben Youngs?
Ali Price is fantastic right now.
Agreed.
But Ben Youngs, he's got that good selfish fantasy rugby shit going on right now. He's making a lot. He's doing a lot of things that don't really help his team, but are flashy and score points. But I'm going to go Ali Price because I just don't like Ben Youngs.
Fair enough. All right, tens. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Jack Carty or Joe Simmons?
Carty. Simmons, especially for the, as a kicker, he's not going to be scoring that many points. Like they'll get their try, half their tries out in the wing because they're mauling it in, and half them, close in because they're mauling it in. So
right.
And he's not come good this year.
No.
So yeah. Carty.
Okay. JJ Hanrahan or Mathieu Jalibert? I think he's healthy again. Let me double check that.
If he's healthy, it's Jalibert. And if they're playing him.
Yeah, I don't know how Bordeaux feel about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be good to go.
And they have an outside shot. They're in, in the top 8. Yeah. So they're in right now. It depends on who are they playing?
Yep.
They're playing Scarlets.
Scarlets, yeah.
Home.
That's right.
So that
they've yet to play a game in this actual thing because they've had forfeit and what you call it, the
right.
draw.
So that could go well for Bordeaux, I think.
Okay. To the midfield. Yes. Gail Fiku or James Hume from Ulster.
I'm going to go Fiku.
Okay.
I think he's playing really, really well. And
he settled into that 13 shirt and Rossing very well.
Yeah.
Very, very well. Here's one for the English folks. Joe Marchant or Semi Radradra?
Oof.
Right.
Okay, who's playing Stad?
Bristol's playing Stad, I think.
Bristol, yeah, yep. I thought that's what I said. Bears.
Yep.
I've had some beers. Beers are playing Stad.
Bears.
I think this is a Radradra competition. So yeah, I think and Bears again there's no reason for them not to just throw everything into this because they got to get right for the Prem. If nothing else, this is a practice match for them. So depending on
practice girl.
Right. Depending on how Stad play this, either way, I think Radradra is going to have an excellent, he may have an excellent matchup either way, but he's going to be going balls out, I think. So I'm going with Radradra.
We'll see. Okay. All right. So let's see. We got back 3. This is all assuming that matches go off too. Don't friggin' don't take that. Always take that with consideration into it. Let's go with Lowry from Ulster or Hugo Keenan from Leinster.
Keenan.
Okay.
Keenan's been running a lot. And I think, meters are good for this. So
last I checked, meters are usually a good thing.
Because some of these competitions don't. It's just purely try scored.
No, I know.
So,
I know.
But they actually factor meters in, and it's actually quite helpful. So I'm gonna go Keenan.
Yep. Juan Imhoff or Tyrone Green?
Fuck you.
Later.
No, I want both. No, I want both. Probably Imhoff because I can. I he's just such a freaking machine.
Yep.
Not that Green isn't, but there's other. I can backfill with Quins and not miss too much of a beat.
Mm-hmm.
I can. Yeah.
Andrew Conway or Stuart Hogg? Conway from Munster.
Hogg for that same reason, because he's also one to throw down a try or two if he holds on to the ball.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He's done well in the Prem. I can't remember if he scored in this competition yet. So he still. Remember last year he had some trouble in this comp.
Yeah, truth. Let's see, one more good one. Keith Earls or Ben Lamb?
Ben Lamb.
Okay. Lamb. With Lamb.
Yeah, because the same thing. He was playing with a bunch of kids before. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work out for him, or if he'll, even if he's gonna, who knows if he even plays. I don't know what they're gonna do with fuck. Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm going to hurt myself if I think.
Don't hurt that brain ears. Don't hurt that brain ears. All right. So I've cobbled together, since I've been doing rankings recently, I've cobbled together a few rankings for this competition.
Okay.
For props. So I went based on what's been scored, what's in front of them, and also considering like you can only use 3 of somebody.
Right.
So my prop, my number one prop for this week is Xander Fagerson from Glasgow. Scored well against Exeter and has the same opponent this week. And considering that sometimes, and there are my other 2 guys are also very special players. How many guys from Glasgow are you going to want to use? Not
many.
Right. So saves you one of those spots.
And you're right. Exeter are the props make so many tackles and can get a little bit of hard yardage that, they score well against Exeter.
Yeah.
So.
And I was also looking for guys that weren't necessarily try based. I don't think Fagerson scored a try in the last match that he played. So that was kind of also on my high end there. And then 2 and 3 for me are Furlong and Genge. Like, they're interchangeable, and they're both very special players. So that's a place I'm willing to burn a Leinster spot. Leicester, I'm not looking for too many of them. So
why not Porter over Furlong?
In terms of what Leinster pick, or in terms of what I pick?
What you pick? Because Porter's been scoring. Like, Furlong hasn't been, I mean, he's been scoring tries. He's been he's been outscoring Furlong at this point. So I'm not sure, and fantasy wise too. I'm asking this kind of because I need the help. I'm thinking about dropping Furlong for Porter. Why wouldn't I do that?
I mean, Furlong, he's more likely to bust through. That's why. Like, he still can go for a scamper.
Right.
And that's the thing.
But Porter's been doing it. That's the thing. Like, Porter's been doing it for
less frequently.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Less frequently. And again, Furlong, he also has that nose for the try line. Porter doesn't quite have it, So on the off chance that happens. And Genge is Genge. So yeah. Another note though, I do want everybody to keep their eyes out on Rossing's lineup for one Trevor Inyakanya from South Africa. He is apparently going to be rolled out this weekend. So I don't know if he's going to play. I don't know if he's going to start, but just keep your eyes peeled and keep him kind of in the back of your brain. That is a Racing spot that I'm not sure I want to burn that there, but it's worth watching. Watching for sure. Hooker. For me, it's Alfie Barbary that goes to the top of the list, because if he plays, he's out of position. He's playing in the back row. Again, another team. How many Wasp players are you actually going to pick? Outside of him, none. So yeah, he goes to the top of the list for me. Rob Herring is also right there for me. I love him. Again, Ronan Kelleher, Montoya, also consideration. But the last person I ranked was Ewan Ashman / any sale Hooker, because they found ways to do it, and that's just how it's been. So I'll give them the nod.
What do you think of like a Capon? Because you're not going to have many Bears either, but
he's he's a possibility too, especially because they're playing Stad, right?
Yeah, at home.
let me look at one thing real quick
'Cause
here.
the problem is Thacker keeps dropping. So it's
I
like
know. I ranked
Like,
Thacker
so-
last week. Then the fucker dropped.
right. That's one of the reasons why I've gone away from him, because he's either playing and getting hurt early, because he's not like,
Mhm.
dude, just take a few more weeks. Like he should
Right.
take this time, play Capon,
Mhm.
and just let Thacker heal up for 2 more weeks and just do nothing and then bring him back for the Prem.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Keep on might not be too bad. He'll get you somewhere between, I'm betting somewhere between 6 and like 9 points.
Mhm.
So that's not too bad. That's not going to kill you by any means whatsoever. So yeah, if
Right.
you're looking to save a spot for somebody a little more flashy,
Right.
that could be bad. That couldn't be a bad pick actually. So yeah, and then like I said, Kelleher, Montoya, totally worth the mention here.
Mhm.
No doubt in my mind. Because I can probably tell you one of them's going to be on one of my teams. So
Yeah.
Locks, Burn and Skelton are the top 2, no question. Like these are special players at their position. So
Mhm.
I'm going to give them the nod. And for me, like it's actually a tie between like Skinner and Gray, and I'm probably going to go Skinner, assuming he's playing. Because yeah, like that's what they did. They both scored well last week. The last week they played against Glasgow, even though obviously Gray's been buoyed by that hat trick that he got.
Right.
But even still, like he scored fine against Glasgow while they were up there. Yeah, the result wasn't great, obviously. But yeah, he still got 7, so that wasn't bad. You know, Skinner got 7.5 playing outside, playing on the flank. So again, not terrible. You know, if you're looking for more than 7 to 10 points from your lock position, you're probably expecting a lot.
Yeah, you're asking a lot there.
You are, and you'll get it with one of the other 2 anyway. But yeah, just in case somebody doesn't want to burn, like a monster spot, maybe they want to use some of the back 3 or
Right.
or even like Connor Murray or something like that instead. That's fine, because
you want to go with like, consistent points, because like, yeah, you might not get the guy who scores the most every week, but like that guy, if you just kept him, would even out to be worse. So it's like, yeah, you don't look at the players who have the best score in the second week, because you look at the guys who are consistent. Like
look at Prothero from Ospreys the other week against Sale. Like scored really well, obviously, but
right.
You really
want him on your team?
No.
Like, yeah.
Loose forwards for me, it's the 1 through 3 are the same 3 that I picked the first week, which were Aldred, Donbrandt, and Simmons, no question. Those are definitely guys that you want in your loose forwards. Nick Timoni deserves special mention. He scored well in both games that he's played in so far. The loose forward for Ulster.
Sure, those are my 4 that I have right
that's
now.
A pretty good one. And then, as we said, Lore. He won't do what he did against Northampton, but could still be a very solid play from Racing against Ospreys this week. So also in consideration. Scrum halves, DuPont. Duh.
Like there's a reason. This is not the place to try to outsmart the crowd.
No, this is not what you do. You do it elsewhere.
Yeah, you don't sacrifice it's not like we were talking about with a Thacker or Capon. If you want to sacrifice a position, you want to scale down just a little bit. There's no scaling down just a little bit here. It's either DuPont or it's like the second tier. And the second tier is pretty fucking far from the first tier. So just I'm not just calling it like it is. Like if you don't have DuPont, you're pull your finger out of your ass.
You might be screwing up.
Yeah. You're not doing better than if you had DuPont.
No. Danny Kerr is number 2 for me, and then Jamison Gibson Park is 3. I think he'll be great. As I stated before, Cooney, Machino, a lot of their points came from their kicks. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to pick them, you need to make them your kicker, which means you're picking a 10 that's probably going to do more than just their kicks. So you got to figure that out.
Need more than that. Yep.
Maxime Luku is another name to just keep in mind, the Bordeaux scrum half as well. Fly halves, Intimac, Smith, and then Jack Carty. Actually, I really like the way he played both in Leicester and at home. So I like him going back home this week. against a team that he already has a clue about, and I think is going to put in a pretty good shift over there at the sports park in Galway. So good for him. Outside play, if he plays, is Claremont's JJ Hanrahan. A lot of points with the boot. A lot of points with the boot, that boy. So just keep that in mind as well. For the centers, really these are three interchangeable names, but right now I have it as DDA, Gail Fiku, and Andre Esterhazen. And again, pick your poison on all three of those. So
yeah, I mean it's the same thing. Like with Esterhazen, the same consideration as for Tyrone Green.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't have him, you got to have those other two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah. I think I have DDA and Esterhazen are they might be my centers.
Yeah, I think I have both.
Which is odd for me because I usually like 13s, but
yeah, they both look pretty good. Two other names that to keep in mind: Jonathan Dante from La Rochelle. He could carve up Bath this weekend, assuming that game goes off. The last time so believe it or not, when Leinster played Bath, the center that did the best was the 12. Guess where Dante plays? 12.
Yeah.
And then James Hume has just been amazing for Ulster. So yeah, he's totally worth a go. Also didn't come off it hasn't come off the field yet, so that helps.
Yeah.
And
he hasn't played yet, but Rod Rogers gotta be in consideration.
Yeah, you can put him on that list as well.
If he's in their 15, if he's in their lineup, he should be again, you're not going to have many other Bristol players, and he is a roll of the dice. But again, what center isn't?
Yeah, sometimes that's true.
Like he's still, I think, one of those he'll come out more consistently good than bad. So unless they're really taking a shit, but I doubt it. I think Pat Lam is if nothing else, going to consider these to be practice matches and like, let's go. We got to play our best because we got to play our best when we get back to the Prem.
Totally. All right. Back three. Juan Hemoff goes right to the top of the list, assuming he's starting. Jeez. I think he's just going to be having fun out there. That's all against Ospreys. So sorry, Ospreys fans. Damien Pinot goes near the top of the list for me as well. If he plays, because he does it for France, he does it for Claremont, and I can't explain it, but he just does it. He does it almost every time. So I really like him. John Porch and James Lowe are the next two on the list. Porch has actually been great for Connacht since they started playing in this competition. So keep an eye on him against an opponent that he's already done well against. So that also plays into that. And James Lowe is James Lowe.
Yes.
Also to be in consideration is your favorite Ulster back three player, whether it's Gilroy, McElroy, or Lowry. They all have been performing quite well for their club, and they're going to play, again, a very familiar opponent this coming weekend. So I would back any one of them to put a good performance in this coming weekend. So there you have it. As far as captains go, I was thinking about that was the last one before I kind of got distracted. Ooh, a shiny. The captains for me, I think Dupont's got to still go to the top of the list.
I think so too.
Near it, if not, maybe one of those back three one of those back rows that I mentioned. Aldrid's actually my favorite in that situation as well.
Yeah, me too. Simmons and Dombrandt haven't been really lighting it up. Like the points that they score in TRM aren't translating.
They're just not
playing
quite
as well as
here.
the points aren't translating.
Yeah, agreed. And if you need like a wild one that's going to be either 0 or 100, Wanimov probably.
Yeah, right.
If you're like looking for that, all right, here's a total dart throw. This is 101 odds, but if it hits, I'm going to be a fucking genius. That's probably the one right there.
Right.
So there you go. All right, let's do some pick-me's or pick 'em. That one. All right, big slate. Hopefully they all go off. Fingers crossed. Maybe only one cancellation, which I can live with. Just not, 7.
Right.
Please. Don't spoil my weekend. I'm looking forward to staying on my ass and watching a lot of rugby. Especially considering it's been shit weather here in New England.
It really has. It's gross out. I don't want to be out of the house at all.
Nobody. Nope.
No.
Poor dog fucking froze his dick off last night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kylie's not too happy about it either.
Oh yeah, he was not happy.
She doesn't like. She pulled the I got snow between my
same
paw.
Same. He's such a turd.
so sad about it. It's like, come on, I go and I brush it off. I'm like, oh, it happens to all of us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Like,
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're such a turd.
Like, just come. We're gonna be in the house in 2 secons. Just
Do your
let's
business.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a great meme from it had the ground shit and like the way you look at your dog when they refuse to go to the bathroom when it's
Yeah.
10 below outside. It's like, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, hands my hips and shit. Anyway, I digress. Back to this. Pick them. Cast and Munster. I don't care where it is.
Yes,
It
Munster.
doesn't matter. Cast have put in 2 shit performances. I'm gonna go with them. Cardiff and Quins.
Quins.
That's the Friday night games.
Yeah.
2 Saturday. Wasson to lose. I'm taking the defending champs.
Yeah. I think over the team that really needs to heal up for the Prem.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna get sent to the farm for slaughter there.
Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't. I can't imagine like Gopworth is going to play. It's going to be like Atkinson and Le Bourgeois and
yuck. Yeah, definitely taking Gail Fiku now. Ospreys and not Gail Fiku. Intamac, that's the one.
Mhm.
Ospreys and Racing 92. That's why I said Fiku, because I was looking at Racing 92. Racing. Connacht and Leicester out in Galway.
Oh, Leicester are gonna have a little thumb up their butt for this
They're
one.
gonna
I
be
would
miffed.
imagine. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with them.
Okay, I'm gonna take the Irishman. Take them at home. See how they do.
Yeah,
I think it'll be nice. All right, La Rochelle and Bath.
yeah, hell of a fucking yeah. No, I think I'll go with the hosts on this one.
Exeter and Glasgow.
I'm gonna go with the away team on this one.
All right, I'm gonna go with the home team, but it's not
okay.
I'm gonna be surprised if they lose. And actually, I'm kind of hoping they do.
Look, I need a match back. I need to start.
You're down 6 right now. You're down 6 or 7.
I'll take a freebie. I'm not gonna argue out of this one.
Yeah, you're down like 6 or 7. I think I gotta rejig the math here, but yeah, a little bit. Bristol and Stad at home. Bristol. Yep.
I think they're gonna, again, same thing, practice matches, and they got a pretty good matchup for that.
Leinster and Montpellier, whether it's at the RDS or the Viva, it does not matter. I'm taking Leinster.
Yeah, me too.
Bordeaux and Scarlets in France.
Bordeaux.
Yeah. So I'm going with 2. Northampton and Ulster. Ulster have got the bit between their teeth, and they are sensing a clinch right here this week if they can get the job done. So I'm going to go with Ulster.
And Saints are they have 1 point. There's no point. There's really no reason for them to like. What are they fighting for? And they're outside the top 4 in the Prem. So
right,
that's how I think they're packing it in.
Yeah, and then the last one, Claremont and Sale. Very interesting here.
Claremont.
Yeah, I was really inclined to take the French team, so I'm take the home team. Just they also play better at home, so that's the other thing.
Yeah, but what's Sale's mindset going to be?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know what's going on with the club right now.
Well, yeah, especially considering the news that we have,
right?
That potentially could be dropping sometime in the next couple of days here. So that could, I don't know if that'll galvanize them or if that'll distract them. Who knows? So, yeah, well, I'll go with probably won't do them a ton of good. So we'll do that.
Right. So it's going to be it's certainly going to be a distraction. So, no matter who it is, no matter what,
right,
what's going on. So, and they need, again, maybe they just take the week and
reset.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because where are they? They're
in there.
Still, right. Or they could come, maybe it is Sanderson.
I know, but they've got to kind of really figure it out in this competition, honestly.
Yeah.
Last year they had 1 good win and then they put up a stinker at home.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I'll go with I'll stay with Claremont.
All right. So there we have it. Fantasy corner done. Pick 'em done for Europe this weekend. It's going to be so much fun. I am looking very much forward to it. It's going to be a great weekend of rugby. Fingers crossed, everybody out there. But yeah, so we appreciate you all for listening to us and listening to Ben and I babble for now and again here. We will do open forum as we have on European weekends on Friday for TFRY. I will publish my rankings to maybe help stir some conversation a little bit. That'll help out. I reserve the right to adjust anything that I've said today.
Based on lineup, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So until then, if you don't hang out with us on Friday, then we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rugby. Have a good one.
Later.
Cheers.